Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, basically, we'll be creating a tabs component. As you can see the demo of this, whenever I click on any kind of tab, you're basically showing different tabs here. But this video is a part of a YouTube series where I'm focusing on front-end machine interview questions in vanilla JavaScript. So if you have not watched the other videos, I would suggest you to check them out as well. Otherwise, I think we can get started with this tabs component. But before that, let me explain the main logic of what we have to do here. As you can see below, we have a div class container and we have a tabs header component, which tabs header tag basically gets a div tag, which has our tabs, and we have a content div tag as well. So whenever we click on any of them, like suppose I click on home, the home will get a class of active, and the tabs content also will get a class of active. And whenever we click on pricing, similarly for the next set of tags, will have active as well as this also active. The main logic here is like we'd be using the dataset properties to identify whichever have the same values. Like here, as you can see, data type header as well as data type content both have home. Okay, and similarly, data type header equal pricing as well as data type content equal pricing. Both are the same values. So since if they are both the same values, we'll be having a class of active. And when we give the class of active, we'll be basically giving it a background color to something for the header. And for the content, we'll be basically be making display block. By default, it will display none for all the uh, HTML tags which have data type content in it. Okay. So I think this is the main logic. I think we can. I'll just show you the code now, and then we can get started writing the code itself. So in here, index.html, as you can see, we have tabs container. In the style.css, by default, I'm giving display none to whatever HTML tag which has this data type content. As you can see, VS Code is highlighting it that whatever element has data type content, it's gonna have display none. Similarly, again, whichever has the active class along with it, it's going to have display block, as you can see. It's somewhat similar as you can see here. Okay. So anyway, tab header is just a display flex box. Tabs header, I'm just giving cursor pointer. And active, I'm giving a color. And when I'm hovering over it, I'm giving a different color. I think same, yeah. Whenever I'm hovering a different element, I'm able to give a color. I think that was it. And for index.js, I'm basically creating an instantiation of an object of class tab. I'm passing it a container as well as data. This is a tabs container which I'm passing in index.js here. Okay. And for data, I'm giving the title as well as content. Okay. And this is it, I guess. I think we get started with the code now. I think it was what. If you have watched my previous video, I think this should be very clear. And for people who have not watched out, I'll just simplify and say that what I'm doing is like I'm taking a user config as well as the default config, I'm merging them. That's it. Then I need to write. Okay, I'm trying to get a container. And if suppose for some reason if we don't get a container, I would like to not execute the next logic because otherwise we want a container where it will be showing that we would like the tabs to be placed in a DOM. Sorry about that. After we get the tabs, we need to create a couple of extra stuff. One is the header one. Tabs, header. Something similar has to be done for tabs content also. This will be content. Then we need to create a fragment. And if you're not aware of fragment, I've already discussed in my previous videos, so I'm not explaining in much detail here. But in the summary, fragment is nothing but it allows you to do. It's better than interacting directly with the DOM. Short summary, I can say. Otherwise, if you have still doubt, you can check out my previous videos also. I'll just create some more. First, really for tabs header, then tabs content. Now I think we can start writing in the logic mode now. So it will be about data by that much time. So I'll be having this dot config dot data dot length. So I would like to iterate this whole data array. So I'll just get a title now. The title equal to what config dot data index dot title. I'll give it a value of target. Let me just take this out and give it what title here, comma content. So basically, I'm taking the this object out of this one, which has title and content. So it's basically going to come here and check config data index, and it's going to take title content out of it, and it's going to give us the title and content. Post that we need to create a couple of elements again for the headers and with tags. So let tab equal to document. Then content, and for tab header, I would like the inner text content to be equal to title. Similarly, for content, I would like it to be inner HTML. So we get the tabs header and then tabs content fragment. Okay. And after this whole array has been iterated, we get the tabs header and content. Now we need to basically uh, the first children's of the like suppose whenever we refresh it, let me refresh it once more. As you can see, the first one by default has a class of active somewhere. As you can see, so we need to do that also here. So for that, what we can do is like tabs header fragment dot child nodes, the first index dot style dot class list dot add active. Similarly for content also active. After this, we can start appending them. So we need to first append them to the fragment. After appending to the fragment, let me append that to the container. Let's see what is there already now. Let me open it live server. Let me check what I have done mistake. Refresh. Oh, sorry. I'm just destructuring them. So again, a silly mistake here. Sorry about that. As you can see, it's coming up fine. We need to do the extra logic. First of all, I think there is some messed up with the stylings. So let me come to style.css, tabs, header. I think this should be correct, but why not? Let's see something mistake I've done. Tabs, header, class test, add, tabs container. Okay. I think, yeah, sorry about that. It needs to be, first of all, you add it to this one. Then you need to come here, you try to append, child, tabs, header, fragment. Then you need to come to content, tabs, content. Then you have to come here and you have to do tabs content fragment. After that, you have to basically do tabs header here and tabs content here. Save. Yeah, styling is working fine. The tags, this title needs to be what to upper case. Save. Cool. Somewhat it's looking like our finished one. Now we need to do handle the on clicks now. So let me write it. So for the on click, I'm basically handling it on the whenever the tabs are clicked, we need to handle that here. So first I'm going to get a value, which is going to be tab value. This is going to be part of the data set, which I'm going to get using e target dot data set dot. We need to see what we have given here. Given data tab header and data tab content. So anyway, we'll be taking this here and I have to make it somewhat camel case. And if suppose the tab value is not there, then I need to return because I don't want to register for places. Like suppose if the user clicks on somewhere here or somewhere, we don't want to listen for them. We just return the back. But if it's not there, if that is not the case, we'll just come to we'll get a tab value. Instead of just again doing a document query selector, what I'll do is like here when I'm declaring tabs header, I'll add this dot tabs header so I can access it later on in the below code. Same for tabs content also, I can make it test dot tabs content. Now I can access them here. I'll do this dot tabs header dot children, and I need to basically I need to convert that to array so that I can use the for each function. For each tab header, I'll first remove all the tab headers to have the class list of active. After I remove them, I'll just check whether the tab header dot class list, sorry, not the tab header, if the tab header dot get attribute data hyphen tab hyphen header. If it is equal the tab value, if that is the case, I'll again add black that class. Let me copy this and just modify it for the tab content also. This is gonna be what, uh, tabs content. For this, and make it content. So whenever I click on any of the tabs, I'll be basically replacing removing the active class from all the children. Then I'll be adding the active class only to the data tab only to a tab header which has the data tab header equal to the same one which we have clicked on. Let's see what is the issue this time. The answer is not defined. Sorry about this. I think it's gonna give issues everywhere. Just with this. Similarly for this also. Miss it anywhere else also. Okay, now let's see if there's still an issue. Okay, on click is not defined. Yeah. We need to click on click and we need to bind this also because we are using this in our on click function. I think it works fine now. Let us see here also from the content. When I'm showing when I'm basically home is active, the home page is active. We are seeing the home page. When we go to pricing page, checkout page. As you can see, it's working fine now. Okay. I think this was it for this whole video. And by the way, if to just to show you how much it is powerful, if you come here and just remove this tag, as you can see, we have now two tabs. One. Similarly, we can do a lot of modification through here itself. That's the power of JavaScript, I think. Okay, anyway, I think this was the end of this whole video. I think I hope to see another video as well in this whole playlist. Okay, and thanks and bye.